Aranas versus Shawn Wilkie. Go ahead and let everybody know. Go ahead and start sharing the Facebook feed. Tag all your buddies. Text them. Let them know. Get them in here. You do not want to miss this match.
Let's see that replay, of Ed Colhane. Kick shot he had. He had an opportunity. So instant replay is brought to you by Gina Cunningham with Keller Williams. So you can see he comes where he just hits the back side of that 5-ball and ends up making it right in the side pocket. And he had an opportunity here. He let him back in at 6'4". He could have got it 6'6". And when you get there, anything happens. And great shot here by Ed, and he just couldn't get it done in the end here. So
that was a really, really great kick shot. It was like a backwards cut.
Yeah, he back cut it. Back cut the kick, so that was pretty impressive. So of course you see Aranas warming up here. Real quick thank you from our sponsors, Brian B. Quick, owned by Randy Davis, 24-hour emergency service, plumbing, HVAC, home improvements. Jeff Greener with Concept Commercial Interiors, remodeling, flooring, wall coverings, cabinetry. They do it all. So if you need some stuff done, please reach out to him. Great guy. And of course, East Coast Landscaping down in the Hampton Roads area. Larry Flager. Feel free to jot his number down if you're in the area. And he goes all over the place. So one of the great people in this pool community. And of course, our friend Tim Tanana with East Coast Prime Meats. USDA choice, 100% natural beef. I mean, this stuff's great. I've heard a lot of people. I'm dying to try the stuff myself. So definitely reach out to him. And of course, Gina Cunningham, who you saw a replay, is sponsored by with Keller Williams. If you're buying or selling a house, definitely reach out to her. She just had a little baby, so congratulations to her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, her and her husband, Rich. And Bill Hill, Money Shot Out Billiards, join the mob. He does all kind of cue repairs, accessories. He's got some clothing now. He even buys and sells cues. So if you need something, he can help you out. And Baltimore City Cues, who's right here in Champion Billiards. If you need anything, definitely stop by here. Jay Wilkinson and Peggy will help you out. Great people. Been in the pool world for a very long time. And of course, my homeroom and Shawn Wilkie's homeroom, Brewers and Cues on the Boulevard, with Tony and Stephanie Manning. Of course, Rick Scarlato is general manager down there as well. So we always appreciate your guys' support for the stream. So we will get the names updated here for you as Shawn just joins us, walks in. So he may want to hit a few balls. Of course, James Aranas is sponsored by High Rock. Our good friend Roy Francisco with Roy's Basement. And Lights Out Billiards Apparel. So he's, honestly, he's one of my favorite players. He came from the Philippines. Roy brought him over here. He wasn't even, one of the top players over there, but he spent so much time with Dennis Orcola and just training him on some one pocket and helping him out with lots of different things. And his game has just skyrocketed. As you can see, in 2018, he won the Barry Berman Memorial. He won the Scotty Townsend, Music City Open. All these events are very close to each other. Then he goes and wins the Super Billiards Expo Pro-Am. And, of course, we don't even have it updated on here, but he is the current Maryland State 10-ball championship. And his nickname is Do Dung Diamond. Of course, everybody knows him. We call him DD. And in case you wanted to know what Do Dung Diamond means, just means Kid Diamond over there in the Philippines. So, his pull of ice is obviously focus and train harder. This guy plays, Josh. I mean, he's in Roy's basement constantly all the time playing 8, 9, 10 hours a day. So he's very dedicated to his craft. And it really has shown here since he's been over here in the United States. And, of course, everybody knows Shawn gets some Wilkie. He's got multiple tour championships on the Tiger and APT Tour. We used to call it the Wilkie Tour. 3-time Predator Tour finale champ. USA rep for World Games. We were in Poland not too long ago. It was 2 years now. USA rep and 9-ball World Champions, which was over in Qatar. And he is your current 2018 Maryland State 8-ball championship. So Shawn's also sponsored, not by just Lights Out, but Lacassi, Rayman's Pro Shop, Lacassi Custom Cues, Blackheart Tips, and Brews and Cues on the Boulevard. So here we go with the lag. And looks like Aranas is going to win it by half a ball. So he's going to break first. So it's going to be interesting to pay attention. A little earlier in the day we were talking about everybody was breaking dry. And this is really going to be the tale of two tapes between these players, because Aranas is very methodical when it comes to the break. It's something that he practices all the time. And, of course, Shawn is just very old school. Crack the rack hard. Let them fall where they may. Try to keep the cue ball in the middle. So you're going to see two different breaks from two different top caliber players. So let's see what happens here.
Sid Barry Berlin, table 6. Get your score sheet.
So you can see he's just dead off center a little bit. Now watch the pop on the cue ball from Aranas. Gets that side ball to go. One ball trails up top towards the corner.
2-ball almost goes in. I've been watching for those balls to go 4 rails around into the corner pocket, and that's the closest I've seen to somebody making 4 rails in the corner. They keep coming up short, and I'm wondering if it's it's got to be the template rack that's changing that for people.
Oh, sure, because when you rack that template rack, you can still kind of do the same thing. If it's anywhere on the spot, it's supposed to count. But you'll look to see a player like Aranas, he'll adjust. So if you start seeing him going short, maybe he moves up the template rack a little bit or moves it down. So he's a guy that will adjust throughout the rack. But as you can see here, he had a good shot at the one, and he caught one of the balls coming back through, and now he's safed himself. 2 balls dead in the hole, though, so if he can find the roadmap here, he should be good. The 3 balls laying down there. 2 balls a little deep, so he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to hit it too full.
Yeah, you end up either getting stuck in the jaws or following it in.
But I can tell you, Aranas knows the kicks and the banks just as good as any of them. If he doesn't have to, he was just looking to say, hey, can I maybe masse? Can I bend this around? And he doesn't like it because the 6-ball's so far away. So he's going to try to attack it with the kick. And it just dies off that rail.
It sure did. And that gives Wilkie a solid chance to take an early lead in this rack.
And you can see, Aranas just hit it a little easy. And anytime you're kicking, like when you find the angle, you want to make sure that you at least hit medium speed. So he was probably trying to adjust for something, and he adjusted a little bit too much there. So, of course, you don't want to give a guy like Shawn Wilkie ball in hand.
Yeah, with or without problems on the table. It's not going to be pretty.
I mean, it's so funny because the guy is, I mean, he really is a master of figuring things out, you know, when it comes to breaking out balls or, you know, the combos or the angles or the caroms. I mean, I've seen some really crazy shots by Shawn. So he's looking here at the 5. He wants to get above the 6 so he don't have to play the combo. And now all he's got to do is just make the 6. If he just makes the 6, he's going to have a shot on the 7 ball. So Shawn doesn't like rolling anything, so he's going to just punch this 6 right out. Yeah, just like that. He'll just bring this cue ball over. Doesn't get completely over, but that's okay. He doesn't like it's a little steep, but he'll come with a nice center ball hit here. All he's got to do is just come right back over to the other side of the table. Just like that. Shawn strikes first. He goes up 1-0. So anytime you're at this level, you know, where Shawn and Aranas are both pro players. Shawn been around for many years, you know, playing on the pro circuit. So he does have a lot of experience when it comes to all the different things that can happen during a match. And Aranas, the young gun, absolutely fearless. A little bit of a different style play. But of course, you know, both of these guys are very capable of getting there all the way to the end.
It is pretty fun watching two vastly different styles play a set together.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get any different. Like, so you saw the pop on Aranas' break. Now watch how hard Shawn's going to break this. He's going to go this side rail with the cue, and he popped it right off the table. So it's, you know, Shawn and I talk about this a lot. I mean, it's almost sometimes to a fault the way that he breaks the ball so hard because, you know, usually he hits it so hard and then it's popping to the side rail, and you can see it didn't get down in time, and then boom, it just goes right off the table. So, you know, it's unfortunate. So he returns the favor here for Aranas, gives him the ball in hand. So we'll see how Aranas navigates through this rack. 1-2 ball on opposite ends of the table. So he just wants to cut this in and bring the cue ball straight back down past the 8. There you go. He probably would have liked to come down just a tad bit further. He's good.
Yeah, that's nicely done.
Yeah, a little inside English to just go right by the 5. Now he's got a nice angle on the 3. He'll take this all the way out to the side rail. So still coming into the shot, has a little bit of an angle here. So he'll come down with a little outside English so that when it hits the bottom rail, he comes up in between the 8 and the 7.
First spin, Lyle table 9. First spin, Lyle table 9. Coming with your score sheets.
So he's good. He gets a little straight here on the 6, but, you know, at this point, because of the way the ball's laid out, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he can do whatever he wants here. I mean, he can stop and play the 7 to the side. He plays 7 all the way down. And he's still going to have shape on the 8. So we'll see what he does. He wants to create a shot here for the 9, so he needs a little bit of an angle on the 8 ball. So you can see how he rolls it down. This way he can play the 8 in the corner. And he can go right off the rail and come back up between the 2 pieces of chalk you see up to the top right-hand corner. Perfect. It's so funny. I've seen both these guys play so much. It's like
You just see it
I
coming.
can just see it coming. You know, like I know exactly how they're going to shoot the shot, which is actually kind of interesting. You know, because after you study them both for so long.
Both ways will get it done, just different ways.
Well, you can tell, like, you know, James is, you know, he's coming into his own. I mean, obviously, he's won lots of titles already here in the United States, and you know, he's looking more seasoned, more settled. Just got back from the Philippines. He's been over there for a few months. Originally, he went back home, spent some time with his family, and then he was going to stay out there and play the World 10-Ball Champion, which was going to be in Manila. And that recently got canceled by the WPA.
Is that because of the hurricanes and stuff, or something else? Or
You know, they never really came out and said why. They've had some tendencies in the past to cancel certain types of events. So, you know, it could be whether there's not enough added money or, you know, I don't want to speculate on the reason why they did it, but I've seen it happen before. So, of course, they cancel the World 10-Ball, and Aranas comes back early. And we're lucky because now we have him here at the Maryland State.
yeah, it's a treat for us.
Yeah, and you guys are getting to watch him on BSN. So nice controlled break by Aranas. You'd see the pop of the cue ball, makes this 9 in the side. So he's you can tell either one of the side balls, or I mean the 2 balls up top are going to the side. One ball is going up to the top corner. And the layout's not bad. I got a little issue there with the 4 ball and the 7 ball.
Yeah, and the 3's down table from that 4, so it's not going to be easy to break it out from the 3. Wonder how he's going to navigate these waters.
He's got some work to do here. You know, he can, you know, from a 1 to 2, not too bad, you know. He's got a couple different options. You can play the 2 down in the corner, or you can just put a nice little draw stroke on it and play the 2 on the side. Looks like it goes past the 6. But Aranas is sometimes it's tough because he plays position so well. Look at this. He's cueing just a little inside. He might go.
I was wondering if he was going
to. So he breaks it out now. Look at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow.
he uses lots of spin. You know, one of the things I noticed about a lot of the Filipino players is, you know, lots of spin. Most of them are very fast, you know, moving when they're at the table. And it's just something really amazing to watch sometimes. But he's got the wrong angle here on the 2, guys, so that's the thing. You have to cut it in the side. If he cuts it down in the corner, he's got to be real careful. So he knows that he don't have the right shot, so you can see that he just tries to play safe. Of course, Shawn can see that all the 2 ball.
Step.
There's a good return there. Create some distance. Leave the cue on the rail. It's hard to tell if that 6 ball is actually impeding the shot. Yeah, just enough. He's going to have to go airborne to hit this ball. Now with this, I wonder if he is going to try to make it, because the angle, if he does shoot to make it, the cue ball is coming down table for the 3.
Well, you know, it's, if he can really get up on this cue ball.
Oh, he calls for the bank. Okay.
Yeah, so this
So
is
that's a little two-way.
Yeah, it is a two-way because if he hits it full, you know, the cue ball is going to die a little bit. Hopefully that's the idea here. So he'll probably get real high on this because he wants to come down in it with almost like a jump draw shot. Yeah, kick and stick. Wow. So that way if he missed, he was like trying to leave Shawn a little bit behind the 8 ball, but unfortunately, you know, he leaves Shawn full shot here at the 2 ball. So Shawn just slow roll this down. Oh, and he overhits it.
Yeah, he ended up clipping that a little thinner.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to hit it that thin. That's why he doesn't
See him
like the
shaking
slow
his
roll.
head.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no reward here, guys. I mean, if he cuts this 3 ball in, there's all kind of problems that can go wrong.
Yeah, and where the traffic is up table with that 7 and 8, he can't easily go loose up and down table here.
Yeah, because he definitely doesn't want to. He just definitely doesn't want to come up table, scratch on the 7, or catch the rail and scratch off the 4. I mean, there's so many different things. You know, so he might. So you can see it looks like to me he's eyeing up the bank. He's looking at the angle.
I mean, it's there. It'll go by the 5. Look at this.
Right in the hole. Wow. Behind the back. Great shot there by Shawn.
Yeah, that was absolutely right on point. I like the behind the back little extra flair too.
Oh, for sure. Well, now he's got to come with a shot here on the 4 ball. He's got a little bit of an angle on it, but he doesn't want to draw it too much, so he just wants to pop it right over to the rail. Wow. Yeah, there you go. Good shot. So he'll just come off the bottom rail after making the 5. And now it's pretty easy for him. Just stop here on the 6. Slides up. Just a little drawback for the 8. Roll it forward just a tiny bit. He just slid it down. He doesn't want to take any chances. You know,
I don't blame him.
It's one of the things that you'll notice about these guys. They want the angles. You know, they really want to create the angles here. They never want to be really straight in on the ball. And Shawn gets out of that rack, and he'll go up, and we'll take a look at the shot that got him out here. Your instant replay brought to you by Gina Cunningham and Keller Williams. Behind the back, just pocket speed, 3 ball right in the pocket.
Perfect.
Perfect position on the 4 ball. And Shawn gets out of that rack to go up 2-1.
It was very nicely done. I mean, that was important too. I mean, now he gets to take the lead, and he's breaking. He's got a really good chance to make the rest of this entire match a lot tougher for James, putting him back on his heels a little bit.
Now he notices that he did obviously pop the ball off the table last time, so he's still going to break him hard, but he's going to take probably just a tiny bit off here. You know, he's still going to break hard though.
Yeah, he definitely took a little bit off that one.
But you can see by breaking the ball so hard, he stops the cue ball dead in the middle of the table, and it gets kicked down table.
Senior table 1. Please get your score sheets and start your match.
So he's hitting them hard enough, you know, so that the balls travel, you know, where Aranas is really hitting a more controlled break. because he's trying to make specific balls.
Yeah, stroke that ball.
Yeah, and even though we got like a little bit of a half moon over here to the left,
Tim
I mean,
Wilders,
this
Tom
table
Helmstetter.
is
Your
not
match has been
too
called
terrible
for
here on the
15
setup.
minutes. I need you guys to your table.
The 4 ball is the only ball that I see that's looking a little tricky because I think it's far enough past that point that it won't go in the side pocket. But there's plenty enough rail for him to cut it in the top right corner, or just bank it straight back in the side since it's so close to the on that line anyways. We're going to find out right here.
Maybe he plays the bank here.
2 or 3 rails. Either you
Yeah,
think it goes
I
on
Tim
top of the
Wilders
5
to table
or
14. You're officially on
Well,
the
you know,
clock.
either top
If
of the
you're not
5
there
or
in
bump
15
the
more minutes,
5.
The match is forfeited.
So he hits it hard enough to come around.
well, we'll do it again.
Yeah. You know, on a shot like that where you're naturally, he was naturally going, 3 rails anyway. So, best case scenario is he sneaks by the 5 in the rail, and then he plays the 5 up in the corner pocket. But as you can see, as he came around, he caught it. Now he's got a little bit of a shorter angle here on the 5 ball. So
You think he has to turn 3 rails again to get on the left side of the 6 to shoot in the bottom right, or do you just draw it back and shoot the combo?
yeah, I mean it's going to be tough here. So let's see what he does, because you can't put too much spin on the ball because the angle is shorter here. So
Oh my,
yeah,
he almost got it too. Still wound up on the left side.
yeah. So you can see like he let the draw do the work, and he really wanted to come up 2 rails,
Yeah,
and
and
flow
back
back down behind the 6. He's actually lucky he didn't scratch there, because that was a little bit of a
It looked
tricky
like
shot.
it was going down whenever I looked up at the table here.
So now he's got to think to himself, like, do I come with a shot here?
He calls it.
Yeah, he does call it. Because the other thing is, and I've seen Skyler make this shot so many times, where he just plays the 6 straight down into the bottom rail, just misses the 9, and lets the cue ball just gently roll up on the 9 ball. It's a nice little safety. But that's not Aranas' play, so he's going to fire at this. And it comes up short, but look at this. Well, I don't know.
I think that's the end of this rack.
If Shawn can see the top part of that 6 ball to combo into the 10. He goes ahead and calls the 10 in the side. So he's going to measure it up. So he must be able to see the whole ball here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because looking at his cue, it looks like he might be just over the edge of the 9 barely. It's tight.
Yeah, and not to mention that he's a little close to the rail, so he's trying to hit as center as possible.
Boom.
And that's exactly what he did. A center ball hit, nice and firm. Make sure that contact point hits the 10 and goes in. And Shawn Wilkie is up 3-1. And here's your instant replay about Gina Cunningham at Keller Williams. You can see the shot here. Dead center on the cue ball. He's going to hit it really firm here. And he drills the 10.
It's perfect.
Yeah, he's a guy that never ceases to amaze me, Josh. He has a lot of talent. Like I said before, he's been doing this for a long time. And he knows a lot about the game. A lot about all parts of the game. But of course, even the pro players miss every once in a while. You saw Aranas there go for the ball and miss.
I tell you what, Aranas is probably breaking the best out of everybody we've seen break on this table so far.
Yeah, he works a lot on the break. And a lot of that is just, you can just tell, just a very medium break. He's starting out low on the cue ball, and then he comes into it to get that pop. Oh, he nips the 3. But look at this.
Might. Ooh.
Wow, he got away with that.
Narrowly escapes the jaws of the pocket. I wonder if he's got enough room to spin it between the 7 and the 10 there.
If not, you can look for him to jack up on his cue ball. And that's I mean, that's about as good as you could hope for there. A little bit of a steep angle here for Aranas. This is like one of those shots where you want to really spin it in.
Thank you.
So you can see him just cue up outside here. He wants to hit it hard and long there on the. So he comes off 2 rails back around for the 4.
What are we going to do with this 6 ball here? That's what he was just...
Yeah, he needs to see, like, hey, does this go?
Because if that goes, it is really close.
Mickey Barton, Jake Lawson, table 2. Mickey Barton, Jake Lawson, table 2. Please pick up your score sheets and start your match.
There we go.
All right,
He's gonna
guys, I
draw
gotta
into
go
it.
play, so I'll see you when I come back.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, so he left himself a strong enough of an angle here to be able to draw straight into the 6 ball here if he wants to. He might decide to go to the rail first, or he has another idea. And he had the plan all along, folks.
Tim Wilders, you've been penalized 1 game. Tom Helmstetter put 1 game on your score.
This looks to be a really good shot if he hits it like this, because once the 6 ball makes contact on the 9, it's going to hold the 6 in place a little bit and then let the cue ball roll out, so he can still have the 7 or potentially the 9 as a blocker. Welcome everybody to the stream. If you're just now tuning in, you're watching Shawn Wilkie versus James Aranas. Score is 3-1 in Shawn's favor, and he is kicking at the 6 ball here. Looks like it was kind of hard to tell because he leaned into it, but yeah, he contacts the 9 ball, just barely off on that angle there. That would have been so pretty. Would have pushed the 6 to the rail and been able to use the 9 as a blocker. That would have been great. You guys are listening to myself, Josh Setterfield. I'm from the Billiard Sports Network. Normally, my partner Jake Lawson would be in the booth, but that's who is just saying goodbye as he's going to play his match. So good luck to him. Swishes that 7 ball. And we have a standard out from here. And just like that, James is bringing it within 1 rack. It is Shawn's break, though. We've been talking a lot about how the balls have been breaking on this table and the differences in their breaks. So let's see if Shawn can get this one figured out and make this one play to his favor. We're going to update a couple scores real quick while he's racking. Looks like Chris Wilburn took George Rodriguez 7-6. This was a big win on his part. Smashes that one, gets the 5 in the side. Cue ball gets kicked around. Another ball goes down in the same side pocket.
Game number 2. Tom Helmstetter, mark your win.
But the cue ball does end up table with the 1 ball. Looks like the 3 ball is going to be able to go in the side pocket here. So one of the 2 looks pretty easy, and he's already going to be on the correct side to be able to get to the 3. Plays around the table just a little bit here. To the rail and back out. Don't think this rack is going to last very long, guys.
Kelly Rowe, Steve Fleming, table 4. Kelly Rowe, Steve Fleming, table 4. When you play on tables 4 and 5, please be sure to use the scoreboard. Thank you.
Lands perfect on the 10. James steps up to concede the 10 ball. Wilkie's going to keep his 2-rack lead. And Aranas is going to be breaking. Yeah, done with those.
These you can put in there because I've already looked at this.
Okay.
Paul O, Thomas Haas, table 8. Paul O, Thomas Haas, table 8. Please pick up your score sheet, start your match.
Sorry, I'm quiet, guys. We're working on getting the score ticker at the top of your screen updated for you. Not seeing any problems for Aranas here. Perfect speed control to get on the 7. This right here is the shot that most people mess up on their position. They either underhit or overhit, and they wind up straight on top of the 10 ball. But not Aranas, ladies and gentlemen. Got a ton of new scores updated for you guys in the ticker, including myself. I lost to Brandon Schuff 7-3. Not mad about it. Took 3 racks off Mr. Schuff. I'll take 3 racks against a pro. Why not? Nothing to brag about. Nothing to shake a stick at either. Here comes the monster break. Yeah, he put a little bit of heat back up on that one. You can tell how hard he's hitting it because that cue ball will hit the rack and then bounce all the way back up the table. It's crazy. A lot of people's cue ball goes flying straight up in the air. His will bounce back towards the head string that he's breaking from. It's bananas. So he gets the ball down. This 2 ball's looking a little tough here. Let's see how he decides to get on this. It looks like the 2 ball's actually going to go in the side pocket.
Please pick up your score sheet, start your match.
Okay, yeah, this actually turned out pretty good for him because now he's just barely on the outside of the shot line, which will bring him back towards the 3, which is perfect.
Pick up your score sheet to start your match.
Yeah, he hit that perfect. These guys are in the zone. I'm telling you. If your friends are in the pool and they are not watching this, they are missing out. You're watching 2 machines go head-to-head right here. Mary Lou, thanks for answering some of those questions while I was typing in the scores. We are at Champion Billiard Sports Bar here in Frederick, Maryland. Wilkie ends up getting just a little bit out of line on this ball. The bank is there. Problem is, 9 balls up table, and the bank sends him away. So it looks like he's thinking about whacking this 8 ball, banking it into the side pocket. Or not banking it into the side pocket. He's just going to cut it into the left pocket and then be able to come 3 rails, play short side on the 9 ball. Let's see how he hits it. Yo, Roy, thanks for sharing this with Roy's Basement. Thanks for getting that squad involved. Everybody else, feel free to share the live stream if you are enjoying it. It's a great shot. Is it going to have enough gas? It's going to be getting really close. So, good thing here is just make the 9 ball. Hello, Donna. Welcome, everybody who has tuned into the stream recently. I'm Joshua Setterfield from the Billiard Sports Network. And you're watching 2 Titans collide. 2 apex pool predators gunning after each other. This is a pretty critical shot here. You make this, you maintain a 2-rack lead. You miss this, you lose your lead completely.
Please bring your score sheet.
9 ball rattles back and forth just barely, but it goes down. See James come to the table, ready to rack. James is just ready to get his chance to strike back. He says, yeah, you got your point. Now let me get mine. Oops, threw that up on the wrong one. Score is 5-3, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, guys, if you're just now tuning in, make sure you share the Facebook feed. If you have never heard of the Billiard Sports Network, go ahead and drop us a follow on our Facebook page. Turn on your notifications. That way you know when we are live. That way you don't miss out on any of the action. Yo, Patrick, appreciate those kind words, my dude. We do live stream on Facebook and YouTube as well. So if you guys want to, you can always tune into the live stream on any of those platforms. You can also find the live feed directly on our website, bsncoverage.com. James put a little bit more gusto on that break, and it may have... Oh, that 1 ball just barely bounced out a little bit more. Ouch. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, he makes 3 balls on the break. Almost gets a decent opening shot on the 1 ball here. He still might be able to cut this ball down into the bottom right-hand corner here.
Tom Helmstetter, Jason Trigo, table 14. Tom Helmstetter, Jason Trigo, table 14.
This is not an easy opening shot, but he's the man to make it. Swish, baby, as it drills the back of the pocket. He overrolled his position here by about a foot, but I think he's going to be able to make it work. Terry, I'm not 100% sure, buddy. The bracket is listed in the pinned comments if you guys want to go through and view a little bit more information. When the tickets are getting handed over to me, they only have last names on them. And I don't know everybody's name by heart, as a lot of the players are not from here. But if you would like to view the bracket, it is pinned in the comments. It should be the very first one. It says Jake Lawson is the one that made the post. And it should be thebudtour.com/a bunch of extra stuff. Look at that. Gets good on the 3 ball here. That was a great shot. He's going to overroll position here pretty heavily by multiple feet. He actually might be able to still do something with this here. It looks like with the angle that's there, he can cut the 4 ball into the top right corner and send the cue ball to the head rail, around the left side of the 10, down to the foot rail, and play the bottom side of the 5 to play it into the right side pocket. That, or he can just select to play safe, thin the 4 ball with right English, send the 4 to the head rail, and let the cue ball come 2 rails. Yeah, it looks like he might be electing to do that instead. I would have thought that he would have used a lot more extreme English there to get the cue ball to come all the way down to the end rail. Either way, his speed was still great. Doesn't actually leave Shawn a shot, except for the fact that he has drilled a couple banks, as you guys were able to see in slow motion. Behind the back bank shot he drills earlier. Let's see how Shawn elects to play this. Shawn's going to use the 10 as a blocker and say, I see you're safe, and I raise you an actual safe. That's a good return there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what was happening whenever James shot that. Gets good contact there. Unfortunate. Ooh, actually, that it's going to give Shawn an attempt to bank into the side pocket here if he elects to. He's kind of shaking his head. Doesn't really love the shot that he's at right now.
Corey Roush, table 10. Karen Poor, Corey Roush, table 10. Tom Helmstetter, Jason Trigo, I need you guys to get your score sheet and start your match, please.
What's going on, Bill Hill? Welcome into the broadcast. Looks like he might be thinking about sending the cue ball down table. You're going to see the 4 ball go 2 rails here. He's playing to put the 4 on top of the 10 and hide the cue ball behind the 5 and the 6. There was a lot that we were trying to do there with that shot, and unfortunately came up short with the cue ball here. It's going to give James a pretty good chance to be able to do something. He's got plenty of room to work with this. Look at that. That was such a great shot. I mean, you can't really know if he was aiming to hit the 6 ball or if he was just trying to play to the bottom side of the 5 there. But at this skill level, I'm not gonna question it. James closes it out just like he's supposed to. Just keeping it close. Appreciate all you guys hanging out and enjoying the live stream with us. Hope everybody's enjoying what they're seeing. It would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. We do have links to all of our sponsors available in the description. If you see something that you like, then make sure you click that link. Drop them a follow. Let them know that you found them through BSN. That'll help out tremendously. We got to support those that are supporting us, guys. We got quite a few of our sponsors hanging out in the live stream right now, actually. All of these guys are just into the sport of pool as we are, which is why they're willing to support. That's why we got to support those who support us, man. They're keeping the sport alive. Look at this. 2 more balls down. Wide open rack. Perfect shape on the one. I'm liking the way this looks for Wilkie here. This layout looks like Wilkie could hit the hill. That's what it looks like. I'm just double checking what side he wants to be on for the 3 to get good shape on the 5 here. Looks like he got a little bit straight on this 2, so he's going to draw back. Oh, just be able to stun it over. There we go. I was going to say he didn't have enough room to be able to actually come down table. The single that he has here is going to work. The 6 ball does not go by the 10, by the way. So if he ends up getting stuck on the top side of the 6, it doesn't look like it goes by the 10 ball. It looks like 10 ball is blocking it by half a ball. So he'd have to play the combo if he gets stuck on top of the 6. Oh, he struck that ball beautifully. Came up just a little bit longer than he needed to, but still, that was a great stroke. He's on the correct side of the 6. If he goes in the side pocket, he has to cut this cue ball loose a little bit. If he goes into the top corner pocket, he's able to stun the cue ball to the rail. Looks like he's going to be playing this in the corner, guys. That way he can hold the cue ball for the 7. Don't want to let that 7 ball go. Oh, wow. He struck that ball. Wow. He had a lot of English on that ball. Dodon cuts him off right there. He's going to be...
That was a great shot. I thought you were going to play the 6 in the side, play the 7 in the same
If I come up a little bit shorter, I would have.
Yeah.
I just didn't like rolling it.
You
Roll the ball
hit
earlier.
that ball so fucking forward.
Well, I looked at it, I could get below the side, and I said, don't stun it off. Just go up. If I go too far, I got to set it back on it. You know what I mean? So it was safer with pocket. I saw you over here. He was pointing. He was like, he's going to do this.
He might really play fucking.
I know, right?
Just gonna stop.
I thought about that for a minute.
All right, so that's going to put Wilkie on the hill here. We got Josh McCauley joining me in the booth here. What's going on, brother?
Not much, sir. How are you today?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Am I muted over there or no?
No.
Oh, okay. So that a really good out that I just saw from Wilt.
Yeah, that 6 ball was pretty impressive.
Yes.
You could see the debate. Do I go to the side? Do I go in the corner? And I thought he was going to play to the side or play in the corner. That way he could shoot the 7 in the top right corner. But then he loads it up with inside and gets perfect to play it in the side.
Yeah, if this would have been, I think if this was a diamond table, he plays that ball on the side. But knowing that he has a little leeway, being either gold crown, still very, very good tables, but you have a little bit more leeway with them. He decided that the corner gave him more range to miss. So either way, it was a great shot, and he is on the hill.
Well, Aranas stepped away for just a moment to use the bathroom or take a quick break, either way. And now he's breaking 2 racks down, alternating break format. Your opponent shooting the way that Wilkie's playing. You know you got to come with something here to even have any kind of chance he needs to break and run or play an absolute lock-up safety. He almost gets 2 balls again on the break.
But he doesn't get to see the 1.
That's brutal. And there's a 3-10 combo sitting there.
I mean, I got to think the correct push here is you got to push and break out that combo.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just thinking to myself.
Or how well James jumps. I wouldn't be surprised if he pushes closer to the 7 ball to try and jump the 1. To jump the 7 to make the 1, because if he can do that, he can get out.
It might just be a little bit of a stretch.
Definitely. Definitely will be a stretch.
Please pick up your score sheet and start your match.
It's an interesting situation he's in. Let's see how he elects to play it.
The 1 ball is not far enough off the rail that a rail first shot makes sense.
No, he'd have to mass A.
Yeah, the 7 ball is too far out. Ooh, so he's just gonna make it to where he. Did he give him the corner of that ball?
It's hard to tell.
I think he did. Now Wilkie, if he can't see the exact side of the 1, he is in the perfect perfect place right now that he can go rail first because it's tight enough there. And the only problem with going rail first here is you're going to spin it, and you're going to probably knock out the 3-10 combo. But if you're shooting as good as Wilkie is right now, you're not worried about the combo. You know you can get out as long as you can see the balls.
I was going to say he might play the rail first carom into the combo here. Because worst case scenario, the pressure is still completely on James.
Oh,
and
yes.
You have a chance to close it out right here, and you potentially either make it or you eliminate the combo, assuming you contact it. I definitely don't see him passing this back. As soon as
you want to
say
say that, he passes it back.
I guess the angle. I guess he doesn't really like the angle then.
James is foaming at the mouth right now. He loved this angle.
Yeah.
Ooh. he didn't love it as much as he thought.
Yeah, he knew there was a chance there for it. He just, I mean, I kind of like Wilkie's logic. I'd have to assume that he makes that decision based on, well, I'm the one in the lead. I'm not the one feeling the pressure. Why should I be the one to shoot the shot?
Yeah.
Make him come with the shot. And it turned out to be the right one. Wilkie's in a strong position to put Aranas into the B side here, folks.
And early on in the tournament, too.
Eric Gonzalez, Rob Pole, table 11. Please pick up your score sheet and start your match. Eric Gonzalez, Rob Pole, table 11.
Dennis, I am no longer shooting. That's how well I was shooting.
Well, that did not go where he wanted to. You see that he came up about a half diamond further up the table than he meant to. When that ball started to draw, it might have skidded on him just a little bit.
He originally looked at it just to play a stop shot on the 1 and then shoot the 2, because they'll give you a natural angle to come back for the 3-9. He got a little fancy, got a little ahead of himself. It's a shot that he's going to pull off more often than not, but why risk it?
He doesn't like the jump either because there's the potential for the scratch.
The scratch isn't a huge possibility because of the slight angle, and he's going to draw the ball anyway.
Yeah, we see him lining up the side pocket there. He just doesn't feel confident with it.
He's going to jump.
He literally just said, "Screw it, I'm going for it." I mean, if he draws it just a little bit, I mean, he can collide with the 4, which is what he was just pointing out.
And him colliding with the 4 is actually the best possibility because the 3-9, the 3-10, while it does look dead, I think it actually goes right into the rails. But from the angle that he would have if he runs into the 4,
yeah, if he's up on top of the 3,
that he can cut the 3 a little bit and throw the 10 in. So
yeah, he just doesn't like it.
A player of his caliber, I don't understand how he does not like this. Because with jumps, it doesn't go at a natural trajectory that you would a normal shot. It just doesn't. The force that you're hitting it at, it's going to naturally come back. So if anything, he's running into the 4 here. If he makes this ball, he runs into the 4. Or he draws it just... Oh, wow. Oh, you're a righty scratch on the side.
I didn't see that coming.
No, not at all.
I mean, it looked like... I mean, he's a very fast player, but it definitely looked like he pulled the trigger before his whole body was even lined up.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that. He just... I think it was one of those, he took so long to think about it. He was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do this.
Well, it gives James a pretty good chance to keep himself in this match here.
I don't think James sees the 3-9 or the 3-10. I think he's drawing back for to actually play the 3. I mean, when you're players of this skill level anyway, I mean, if you have a chance to run out, you run out. Oh, no.
You need a big tap here.
Wow.
Yeah, he got enough distance to make something happen.
Yeah, but he's not going to be happy with this.
going to draw it to just be barely on the left side of the corner pocket.
See, the shot I like doing right here, I load this up with just straight right. I cut the 4 in the side. I come up right near the corner pocket, but I'm spinning 2 rails out, and I'm going to come back on this side of the table, and I'll have a straight-in shot on the 5. Now, he could try and draw it out, but I'm not a huge fan of that.
He was originally queuing with right, and then he was just queuing it up with outside right there to see what it'd feel like. I kind of like the inside because you avoid the 9 ball as much as possible. There we go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect control.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be 6-5 Shawn, with Shawn breaking. Oh, he didn't get where he wanted to.
Came up short. Directly on top of the ball. It's the exact shot I was talking about earlier, where a lot of people end up worrying about over or under hitting it.
See, I never worry about over or under hitting it. I just deal with it when I do. Is he really going to try and cut this ball that way?
He's got to come with something now.
There's actually a safe right here. You bank the 10 ball straight up table because you have a little bit of an angle. So you bank the 10 ball straight up table, and leave the cue ball on the rail down here, 10 ball all the way there. Make your opponent make the shot. Or you just be James Aranas and cut that ball in.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a razor blade on the end of your cue, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What a shot. What a shot. All right, so Shawn's still in control of this match.
Yeah.
Up a rack and breaking.
Yeah. On the hill, his break. He needs to have a good break, which he probably has the best 10-ball break in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, him and Aranas has been the 2 best breakers we've seen, hands down. Shawn definitely has a monstrous break. So far this set, James's break's been working out a little bit better. But let's see what Wilkie can do here.
I mean, none of them break like Shane, but, you know, they break well. I would love to see him at one of these tournaments.
That would be pretty wild.
Yeah, because I know if he comes, so many other top pro players will come. And we already have a field of pros and high-ranked players here, but if we could get someone like Shane here.
I don't see that happening just because I know how much he hates alternate break.
Yeah.
He took a little heat off that break there.
Did he make a ball? Yeah. 4.
No, he didn't.
8, 9, 10, no.
He took a little bit off that one.
And he almost scratched, but he definitely paid the price. Because he did not make a ball. James has a shot at the 1. It is a combo, but he still has a shot at the 1.
A little bit of work to do with this 9 ball. Obviously going to be later in the rack. Can't tell if that 9 ball goes in the right side pocket or not. The camera doesn't look like it. No, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Even from where I'm sitting, it's close.
It does not. I'm looking straight down at it. It is frozen to the 10. Actually, it's above the 10, but still frozen, so it might go. But I'd be able to bet you lunch right now he's not shooting that 9 ball in that side pocket.
Yeah, Roy, isn't that crazy? 26-hour flight, and he's out here still playing at the highest level. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we love having him back, Roy. He's too young for jet lag anyway.
I mean, does he play to be able to just tap the 10 whenever he makes the 6 ball here?
Yes.
Because I mean,
Actually, we didn't even look at it. The 6, 10, 9, the 9 might be dead. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to play the combo and make the 9 right now. That 9 don't go?
Yeah, he just shook his head here. I think he wanted to make the 6 and then just cruise the cue ball and just tap the 10. He would still have a shot for the 7 in the top right-hand corner pocket, but the angle that he's got, now the cue ball is going to miss the 10 if he tries to follow this up. So plan B. He's got a good angle here to try to tap him if he wants to and just take a longer shot on the 8. He's looking at to see if the 9 goes in the corner pocket or the side pocket now. He's got to put a stroke on this one, guys. Oh, and he hits it. Still leaving himself. I mean, it's still a tough angle, but he hit that one pretty well.
Yeah, he hit it very, very well. Now, if he has enough of the 9, which I can't really tell if he does, he could just play a stop shot right there and play safe.
Yeah, he calls the left side pocket. It's a big shot here. Oh, he played your shot.
Safe, yeah. Now Shawn's just going to measure it out for about 15 minutes, and then he's going to slow kick this ball in. Then he's going to go over to James's hand and shake it.
Oh, there's definitely potential.
Are you going to 2-rail this ball? No.
Oh, yeah, Roy, if he was having any type of tooth issues before he got on that flight, that'd be kind of tough, too, because that pressure does all kinds of weird stuff to your teeth and sinuses and all kinds of fun things. It's a pretty interesting situation. You put Wilkie in here. He's on the hill. You kick and make it. Very good chance of taking the set, just like Josh mentioned. He's an excellent kicker. And it was so close. So close. Good try.
Yeah, that was a great shot. But here's the thing. He didn't leave James anything easy. I mean, Yes, it's makeable. Yes, I expect him to make it, but this is not an easy.
Yeah, he definitely didn't sell out completely.
No. He missed it.
Ooh. Just barely. Just barely.
You just tell by the angle just going a little too high. Well, Shawn's going to take about four or five practice strokes right here. And one where he'll draw this ball back.
Score sheet, start your match.
Going to pop this ball in, go to the side rail, spin it with the left.
It's not a gimme with him being.
Oh, no, this is definitely not a gimme shot, but it is a shot that I expect him to make 95% of the time.
Look at that.
Perfect.
How'd he hit it?
He hit it perfect,
Wow.
especially in this situation.
Dodong shakes the hand.
Yep, that's what it is.